Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk to the Animals Pet Sessions. And today I am joined by Maider and Mendi, and maybe a cameo appearance of Lola. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see. She's always coming when she's not called. So let's see what happens.
And if this is your first time watching, this is something that we've been doing short 15-minute pet sessions just to really introduce some of the tools of Talk to the Entities, and also, yeah, just to give you a taste of, what a session with your pet could be like. So, Maida, is there something in particular, like what would you like to get out of this session? And you and Mendi.
Um, we have a very good communication with each other. This is what I wanted to acknowledge. And also, we have, or I have, a quite big difficulty with her, with noises and explosions, like big noises, like on fireworks and things like this. She reacts extremely, and this is not very comfortable for any of us in this
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So is that the sort of main issue, or is there something else as well that you would like to?
It's the main issue, actually. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, all right. So first of all, what I'd like to do is I'd like to remove all of the projections and expectations that Mendy will react to
Yeah.
fireworks and loud noises and anything else that we haven't asked for. So all of those, let's destroy and uncreate all of that. Okay. So right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And if you are listening and you've never heard of that before, that's called the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. And what it's designed to do is to bring up an energy and then clear it so that you or your animal or both can have a different choice. Okay, cool. So uh, I know this is something that is quite common with a lot of dogs. Like, for example, my dogs, when there's lightning, they get terrified. And I've even had to the point where one day I was wearing like a hooded jumper, and my sausage dog got so afraid he ran up, jumped up on my lap, went under my shirt, and then popped his head out here.
Yeah.
Like, so I know that that's something that, quite a lot of dogs would react to, but I'm just wondering if there's something. So let's just ask to also, so Truth Mendy, is there something that happened at some point that created whatever is going on now with the reactions? Okay,
She's
so
moving. Yeah.
yeah, so everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. She's like, yeah, thanks for answering for me. Good, cool. So one other thing is, I wonder what energy, like you could be for her and we can be for her right now, that would just allow her to know that, that she's safe and that she's not going to be harmed, and that also that we've got it, like you've got it under control. So it's
Yeah.
not a situation where, she needs to be the boss or be the leader. It's like
Yeah.
you've got it handled. So everything that doesn't allow that, and everything that doesn't allow you both to perceive, know, be, and receive that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes, please.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pon and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Cool. So is there anything else coming up with that?
She's looking at me like,
Okay.
but I have a feeling that I cannot translate those things. It's like a big, big, you know, and then
When you say translate, what do you mean? Are you talking about talking to Mendy, or are you what are you talking about?
I'm talking about communicating with her. It's like I can communicate with her quite good
Hmm.
in other situations. with which I also had difficulties at the beginning. For example, they go, both of them, Lola and Mendi, go into the wood and they run away. And then I lower my barriers and I make myself big,
Yeah.
expand, and I
Mhm.
say, have fun, but come in 10 seconds, and they come back. This is something I couldn't do before, and now I can do it.
Yeah.
With this particular thing, maybe it's my thing. I feel I'm not able to put this away, that it dissipates.
So what do you do when something like that occurs, like fireworks or like energetically, what are you aware of that you do?
I get stuck and compact, solid.
Yeah. So like what I would suggest, and I know you're saying that you've had like difficulty with this, but what I would suggest is when that shows up, getting really present like you do when you're out in the forest when they run away and doing exactly what you're doing that already works, which is, expanding out in all directions, lowering your barriers. And the thing with animals is like they have this zone of awareness. So if an animal goes out into the forest, they're going to be aware of you and where you are and your energy, as well as everything else that's going on. And, Mendy's going to be aware of Lola, Lola's going to be aware of Mendy, and they'll both also be including you in their awareness. So what often really helps with animals is when we actually also include them in our zone of awareness. So
Okay.
I would say, if it's heavy, if it's dense, if it's contracted, it means that like you're not being the space that you actually are. And,
Yeah.
so we've got like this exercise, and I'm saying this and I know you know this, but it's also for everyone else
Sure.
watching and listening. um, but like expand your zone out to and basically just recognize where it is right now, and it might be somewhere between, I don't know, 1 to 10 miles around you in all directions. Okay,
Yeah.
and just allow it to expand out and go further than that, out to say encompass your neighborhood or the city that you live in, and then go out to encompass the country, the continent. And eventually, what you'll find is if you can go out big enough, to be like basically so much space that you're not affected by anything, that's a place where animals will communicate with
Mm-hmm.
much greater ease with you. And we spoke about this a little bit on one that I did yesterday, where animals communicate energetically. So often they'll deliver a lot of information all at once, and it doesn't necessarily come in a linear, ordered way. It's just there it is.
Yeah.
So um, in those times where it does get intense, if you can be that space, you'll have much more ease with receiving everything that's being communicated.
Okay.
So yeah. So everything that doesn't allow that for both of you and all of you, will you destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Cool, right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Awesome. Is there something else?
I have the feeling she's calm. She's
Yeah.
getting calm. Yeah. And she just laid herself down. So, yeah. And has these big eyes.
She's very cute.
Yeah.
And look, like you said, you already have a very good communication with her, and it's like you already know what works with them. So I would say sometimes it's just a matter of actually applying it, what that works, to a different scenario. And often as well, it can just be maybe some points of view from what's showed up in the past that sort of get in the way of having that ease that is
Mhm.
possible. So, another thing you can do is just ask for, okay, so all the points of view that I have creating this, and destroy and uncreate them
Mhm.
all, just
Yeah.
allows for something different. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I don't really get there's anything else for right now that's required for that in
Yeah.
particular, but Is there anything else with Lola or anything else you want to look at with Mendi?
Lola is a completely different dog, and it's
Of
like bursting out happiness, and she listens to these fireworks and says, "Okay, so okay."
course.
And one thing she has, for me, it's not a problem, but she has always like fungi. Do you say it like this?
Yep.
Yeast
Yep.
fungus in her
Yep.
ears, and
Cool.
what is it? I people say it's like for eating something she shouldn't, like an allergy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that's actually the first thing that popped for me too. But like, I mean, what do you get? Is it that or something else?
I've been telling myself it is that,
Right.
and we change this food and everything, and I still keep on washing her ears, and it doesn't get away. So I get the awareness there's something else.
Okay. Uh, so is it something that she's ingesting or uh is it something else?
Something else.
Okay, so I'm just wondering whether maybe there's something that she's allergic to. Like you spoke about also going to the like the forest and everything. And I
Yeah.
wonder if there's just wonder if there's something that she might be
Okay.
you know,
Like a herb or plant or
yeah,
something.
brushing up against or something that's just creating some kind of even it could be like a pollen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So well, okay, so everything that doesn't allow us to perceive, know, be, and receive it, and let's also just sort of expand out and include Lola in this. Well, actually, one other thing I just wanted to say before we move on more to that is, you know, you spoke about Lola having ease with the fireworks. So when you expand out, like, sort of include Lola as like a leader in what is available for Maider with that. I mean, sorry, for Mendi
Mending. Mm.
in that situation, you know, because Lola could really be
Yeah.
like an example and also, you know, sort of support for Mendi in those situations. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
so with the yeast in the ears, uh, I wonder if it's actually also maybe not something that needs to be taken away from her diet, but maybe something that could be added. Like, I wonder if there's something that would contribute to her body, you know, creating a
Yeah.
different sort of balance or something.
This goes light. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, these are the things as well where with this, it's like you can get to a point where you know, like there's a sort of an idea, there's an energy, but then there's also this sort of practical application that needs to occur of like actually, you know, going, I don't know, to a sort of a pet store or like a grocery store, you know,
Yeah.
with the and you know, walking around and going, okay, so show me what your body wants, you know,
Okay.
and sort of playing with it that way because I'm not getting like a let's try this, but I know that
Okay.
if you're willing to follow the energy, something different will present itself.
Yeah.
Um,
It sounds like fun, and fun
yeah,
is like Lola. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. She's probably more up for the adventure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let's do that.
cool, awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to explore today?
I think I'm done.
Yeah. Um, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you, Mendi and Lola. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's been another talk to the animals pet session. Um, I I think this is the last one that we're going to be doing. But if you would like, you can go to my website wynne-jones.com and you can find a sessions section there. And if you'd like to book a pet session, you can find it there. And also, I've just recently become a Talk to the Animals certified facilitator. So, going to be doing some introduction 1 day and 2 day classes coming up soon. So, Yeah, keep your eyes and ears peeled, and yeah, if you have an animal that you would like to bring along to those classes, they're always welcome. So thank you so much, Maida. Pleasure
Thank
to
you
see
very
you
much.
always, and thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thank
Bye
you,
for
Sue. Thank you. Bye.